So up here for a heat of the women's double sculls, the Stonor Challenge Cup between Gloucester Rowing Club, Morgan and Lawrence, and they are on the right of your picture, and two women from the University of Washington. So would it be twice in a row for the Huskies? They're on the Berkshire station, Waltar and Grube.
And these Gloucester girls need to straighten up a little bit, moving to the middle. Don't want to start getting worn too early on in the race. There they go, they've straightened up there. Some real class in this Gloucester double here, and that's why they're half length up now. Junior internationals, Franny Lawrence in stroke seat in the Junior Worlds 4 last year. Just missed out on a medal, came fourth.
Yeah, she didn't miss out on the medal at Henley in 2016, stroke that Gloucester quad that won the Diamond Jubilee that year. And one of those star athletes from the Gloucester Hartbury Centre. Don't have a quadruple in the junior women's sculls this year. Washington look to have got into their rhythm. On the top of your picture, Clara Grube and Kenzie Waltar. Grube in the stroke seat, 19 years of age, and Kenzie Waltar, the 22-year-old, in the bow seat. And the Huskies are coming back.
You wouldn't normally see these collegiate rowers doing sculling. I wonder if they're spare girls from their age. Yeah,
well, what's interesting about the Washington program is, you know, they get, you know, women from so many sort of parts of the world. Sofia Usumanaki, the Greek sculler from the Rio Olympics, she was in the Washington program. But here you have a German sculler, Clara Grube, the 19-year-old stroke woman. She was a member of the German Women's 8, won silver at the World Championships in Rotterdam in 2016. Raced as the varsity 4 at the NCAAs that took silver. And obviously multi-talented, you know, won't have done much sculling this season. Mostly she'd have done rowing in Seattle, where the Huskies row there. But it does show you the depth and strength of these programs. She's probably not quite good enough to challenge for the German team in terms of sculling or rowing. Otherwise, probably she'd have gone into national selection trials. But she's here rowing for the Huskies, sculling for the Huskies with Kenzie Waltar.
You see a lot of internationals now being over in the States at some of these big programs. They get recruited from around the world to go and row at these colleges. There's a fantastic law there for Title IX, which means it has to be equal amount of money spent on female sports as there are male sports. So you see a lot of money going to these crew programs. That's where we see this great array of internationals at these big universities.
Yeah, it's been great for the sport of rowing, hasn't it? Absolutely amazing title line. And really, the sport of women's rowing in America have never looked back, and the strength in the international team is there for everyone to see. Although at the moment they're at a phase of rebuilding. The American women didn't win a medal in the women's 8s at last year's World Championships. So let's talk about this race again. It's the double from University of Washington, the Huskies on the right of your picture, Grube and Waltar, German and the American, and they are racing two women from Britain. Closest to you, Rhiannon Morgan, the 17-year-old. It's her first Henley Regatta, used to row Landaf now at Gloucester Hartbury, and stroked by Franny Lawrence, the 20-year-old, former winner of the Junior Women's Quadruple Sculls event a couple of years ago.
Maybe we're seeing in the strength and depth of a big university program versus smaller club one. The Washington girls move ahead, being down at the start, but they've moved through this Gloucester double. Interesting technique there, Martin, a bit of bent arms.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think you do, you know, like Nadaj, who won the lightweight, who was in the won the double sculls in Rio, just rode through Thornley and Granger. She had a bent arm too. Catherine Bourne did, and I think the reason for that is because actually what helps is you lock in your lat. And so actually you're taking the catch with your lat muscle and not with that bent arm. And if you did have the bent arm, it just wouldn't work because your leg would push and you'd just have two oaks. But what she's got, Grube in the stroke seat, she's locking on a lat and she's actually holding the blade there. So I think that's what they do. You wouldn't coach it, but you know, Olympic champion scullers do use that technique.
So if you're strong enough in your lats, go for it, but otherwise leave those arms long.
Yeah, so Nadaj and Boron, you know, and they both won Olympic gold medals at different times, rowing with that bent arm, and nobody would coach it. But there must be a reason why they're able to do that, because, you know, I think when I try and row with a bent arm, I just get a stiff forearm or something like that. But she sculls it really well. There you see Bryony Lawrence, first close shot we've had of her, the 20-year-old athlete, world-class start programme at Gloucester Hartbury. And they move away, probably about 500 metres to the finish line.
The legs moving nicely with the boat there, and it's Gloucester double. You can see that drive is really synchronised. They just can't match the power of this Washington double.
Yeah, it was very interesting, that race. We can see there just the blades of the Gloucester crew. I think they're having to go through a little bit of swell from one of the launches out on the course, and it's just affecting their cohesion and timing. But British junior sculling is on a real roll at the moment. Admittedly, you heard Jess say that the British junior women's squad came 4th last year at the World, but it's right up there, very competitive. And the British women's quad seniors, of course, took that bronze medal in Sarasota last year at the World Championships.
Under 23 world champions as well last year, the British quad, so they've got a lot of good scullers coming through the mix at the moment.
Kenzie Waltar, she said she's very excited to be here at Henley, talking about capping off her rowing career, so I don't know if this is goodbye for Kenzie Waltar, but it's a great place to say your goodbyes if this is retirement at the age of 22. I believe you retire that early.
Blimey, didn't happen to us too, did it?
No. So the Washington double, Kenzie Waltar closest to you, furthest away with the blonde hair. Clara Bühler, the 19-year-old German, did so well in Rotterdam to get that silver medal in the junior women's eights. Freshman this year in the University of Washington programme.
The Gloucester girls are really giving it some, Martin. I've said this before, but I love watching these crews still battling to the line, leaving it all out there down this course. They'll do themselves proud.
So you can see just a few strokes there. The enclosure's yet to fill up this early in the morning. Day 3 of Henley, Friday. It's coming up to 10:15. And here is a heat of the Stonor Challenge Cup for women's double sculls. It's the crew from the University of Washington, the Huskies, that will take this heat across the finish line ahead of the women from Gloucester Rowing Club, Morgan and Lawrence. And we'll progress on to the heats tomorrow.